Tonight's story calls for a different kind of introduction. This is who you may recognize as James Rolfe and his close friends. In your world, they would all go their separate ways. But in another, they would all remain best friends and enjoy their mutual success. We invite you, if you dare, to step through the portal back to the year 2015 in a dimension on the other side of the BimmyVerse.
Let's take a trip back to the 80s again. What else was popular besides Walkmans, slap bracelets, and Transformers? Karate. It was everywhere, man. If there wasn't a dojo in your local mini-mall, it was on the big screen with big hits like Karate Kid, Big Trouble in Little China, and Bloodsport, just to name a few. Trying to cash in on this movement was YK Kim, a Taekwondo master from Orlando, Florida. He would be approached by Korean film director Richard Park, and together they would produce Miami Connection. Yeah! Unfortunately, when the movie was released in 1987, it was rejected from every major movie distributor, played in only a few theaters in the Orlando area, was quickly forgotten, and nearly bankrupted Kim. It wasn't until recently that Draft House Films restored and re-released the film and has gained a cult following since. But why bring a movie like this back to the movie-going conscience? Well, let's jump kick right in and find out. So the movie starts with local gang leader Jeff becoming concerned about his sister Jane, who is romantically interested with John, the bass player for local house band Dragon Sound. Now, what's to say about this band? Total fucking charlatans! No one even notices that none of their instruments are even plugged in. Otherwise, everyone else seems to dig them. Singing about friendship and karate really resonates with this crowd. So, throughout the movie, Jeff and his cronies confront the group, warning John and his friends to stay away from Jane, but this plan repeatedly fails. First, a confrontation in the middle of the street is immediately put to rest by Kim and friends. A scheme to kidnap John and recruit other gang members also backfires when they are defeated at an abandoned warehouse. Eventually, this guy, who I like to call Mr. Son of a Bitch, is not too pleased by the gang's constant failings.
You son of a bitch! That son of a bitch!
Now, up until this point, you would think this movie was rated PG-13, with the innocent karate fighting and somewhat colorful language. But when the group gets confronted by katana-wielding ninjas in the middle of the day, the violence dial is turned to 11. To avenge their severely injured friend Jim, Kim and John straight up murder everyone in sight. Sidekicks to the face aren't enough for these ninjas. No, the way of the sword is the only answer. This scene seems to come out of nowhere and is out of tone with the rest of the movie, but who cares? This shit is just too awesome. Move over, Bruce Lee, a new karate master is in town. Now, if I could say a few more good things about this movie, I would compliment the fighting choreography. Honestly, some of these fights look great, possibly even outshining other movies in its genre. Kim and his friends have enough internal chemistry to keep you watching. Just look at these guys on stage. They're not too concerned about looking cool, they're just having fun with each other and smiling up a storm. I take back what I said about Dragon Sound. I'll be honest, seeing these guys being the best of friends and living in the moment has inspired me to start a band with my own friends. I've had a chat with Mike, Kyle, and Bootsy, and we've all agreed to start our own band. Now that the AVGN movie has been released and earned millions in the box office, I'll have enough time to get this project going. Stay tuned, guys.
Through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stand together through the thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're on top this week, play to win. You've got a friend in me. With guns, get WC. together cause a fall. When I'm weak and pain be strong.
I know I can depend on you to show the way and see you.
When through eternity, wanting honesty will stay together.